Ahoy friends, welcome to building the Alpha Dory. I'm Dan, and this is a project to build a Chamberlain style racing dory from John Gardner's The Dory book. Illustrations by Sam Manning. Today we'll be out in the shop and we're working on the rig. We're going to be making cleats to cleat off various lines to while we're sailing. Going to be making and installing cleats. Alright, so the cleat that we'll be making is a super simple little kind of a bollard type that's going to get screwed into two of the seat knees, and it's going to catch the the forestay, the line that tensions the forestay. Alright, now we'll take the drill and the screws out to the boat and put this in. Alright, so we're going to be putting this cleat right on about here. And the idea is you'll be able to cleat off the forestay to the horns here. Figure out where I want it to go exactly. Well, I want it a little further down. And I think about here is going to be pretty much perfect. You'll get it out of the way of the rail, and it's a clear lead from the forestay down to here. So I'll just hold it in place and drill the holes. So I'm going to be going through the chestnut that we've got, and directly into the oak there. So I got a little bit of oil here. We'll hit the back side of the cleat with some oil just before we put it in. And I'll also get some on the screw that's going in the hole. There we go. The other side drilled and get some oil in that hole. Alright, now we'll hit the whole thing with some oil. And we'll be ready to cleat off our forestay. Alright, so the next two cleats we're going to be installing are these 4-inch galvanized cleats. And so we're going to put on 2 of these. Now I bought 2 more, but I'm hoping we'll be able to, the sailing will work with just 2, so we won't have to put 4 in. And we're going to put these on the seat riser ahead of the sailing seat. Now the other 2 could be installed on either side of on the seat risers behind the sailing seat, but I think what you're going to be able to do is use the downwind cleat, the cleat on the lee side for the main sheet, and the cleat on the windward side for the jib sheet. So the main sheet doesn't actually get cleated off, it just gets run under the cleat. And it's more of a downhaul or a traveler location than actually a cleat, because you're not cleating off the mainsail. The upwind, the leeward jib sheet is led to the upwind side, and you can cleat that off at such a small jib, and it's easily at hand. It will be close by on the upwind side. So we're going to use these carriage bolts to hold these galvy cleats on. So the first thing I have to do is take down the radius on these carriage bolt heads so that they'll fit inside the little detents that are cast into these cleats. So I'm just going to grind down the radius on the carriage bolt head until it fits into that casting. So I've got 4 bolts to do, and we'll fire up Matilda. Getting there. Not quite small enough. I'm going to put this one aside till it cools off for a bit. Start on another one. You get the idea though, just one of these after the next. sailing seat out at the moment. But what I want to do is set this up halfway between each seat, so it's 3 feet. So I'll put it at 1 foot 6 inches, which is right here. The other thing I want to do is make sure that the cleat is down below a straight line that would go across from this riser to that riser there. Because if you want to put in some bed boards here, you want a flat surface. So let's see. Yeah, we're at about 1 3/4 inches. And yeah, that's definitely below. I could almost go up to 2 inches. And we'd still be below a straight line across to the other. Yeah, so let's go 2 inches in. And yeah, let me get the drill in the bit in the drill, and we'll install that. Alright, so we'll drill 1 hole, and then we'll hit these bolts with some linseed oil, especially the heads of the bolts where we ground the edge of the carriage bolt so it would fit down inside the I'll try and get a little bit of oil into the cut we just made as well. Nice. Grab a washer and a nut. Get those on there. It's a little tricky getting in behind these. But thankfully the fact that it's a carriage bolt in that set in the cleat there makes it it doesn't spin very easily, so it's easy to tighten up. And then with the one in place, I'll drill through for the other one. Get a little oil on that and a little oil on the bolt. There it goes. Clean up the excess oil because this stuff does collect dust, that's for sure, if you leave it on there. Get the nut on there, and then just tighten these down with a wrench behind the seat riser. And so, like I was saying, the upwind one of these will be used for the will be used for the jib sheet, and the downwind one of these will be used for the main sheet, just to hook the main sheet under. Not that you're going to be cleating off the main sheet, but it's basically just a friction fit, more or less, for the main sheet. All right, now once I've got those tightened up, we'll move over to the other side. Yeah, oops, I got ahead of myself and went ahead and drilled that one and all, but you get the picture. Wipe up the oil and get the washers and the nuts on there. And tighten these ones down. And yeah, we're getting ready to go sailing. So what else do we have to do? So I've actually done quite a bit on the mast. I got the mast track on, and I'll explain, any little tricks of the trade on that. Probably next video when we get the mast out and get ready to rig it up. But yeah, pretty straightforward. It's basically just putting in a lot of screws. So there's not a whole lot that's terribly difficult with that. It's just you gotta, well, like I say, I'll tell you all about it on the video where I'm getting the mast out and getting it rigged up. And then I've got quite a bit of rigging to do. As far as the jib and main go, I gotta get the sail tracks on. I've actually started tying on the sail hanks for the jib, so we're getting there on the jib. The greenheads are definitely out, so I'm in no hurry to get down to the water anyway, because we'll get swarmed if we go down there. And yeah, but hopefully we'll get a sailing video here in the next couple weeks. Alright, those are good and tight. And yeah, should be ready to, like I say, so if you're sailing, and this is the high side, you'll cleat the jib off to here and it'll go down to the leeward jib. And then you'll be sailing with the main sheet tucked under that, the downwind cleat. And you won't have it cleated off, it'll just be a sort of friction stop. And it makes for a good downhaul because it's a good angle to pull the sheet to. Thanks for stopping by Building the Alpha Dory. Hope you all have a good day, and hoping that everyone out there is enjoying the project, and maybe a little bit of inspiration to build your own boat one of these days. So yeah, look forward to seeing everybody next episode and out on the water real soon.